2900, 1-800-641-2900.
Hey kids, we want you to sketch the sky. Your drawing could be shown on the morning news, and you could win the chance to come on the air with Tim Strong. Ask your parents to go to wrdw.com/sketchthesky for more details. Sponsored by Hobbytown Augusta.
You're watching News 12 live at 5. Continues.
All right, we're taking a look over Grovetown in, well, the golden hour as the days and hours whittle down, Riley, for the kiddos and their Christmas break. I know it's getting tough for them. They're not ready to go back, and I don't think the teachers are ready to have them back just yet.
I know, we're all kind of coming off that holiday high for sure, and just had a test for you just about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Riley. Star MCG Health is changing its family presence plans. This, of course, due to a spike in flu cases. In a statement, it said the younger and older patients and guests are at greater risks if exposed to the flu. So under the new guidance, children under the age of 18 may not go beyond the second floor of either the adult hospital or the Children's Hospital of Georgia or inpatient care. Now, there are some exceptions to the guidelines if they are cleared after a screening, but this is typical around this time of year. A suspect in a deadly shooting on Telfair Street has been arrested. 34-year-old Michael Mims was wanted for the shooting back on December 12th. It killed a 19-year-old. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office found the teenager, Tyler Smith, and took him to the hospital where he died. The area of North Augusta by the Savannah River is changing. It's already changed a lot in the last few years. The Green Jackets moved to North Augusta by the river, so did a hotel and several businesses. Well, then the city opened up the Sharon Jones Amphitheater. That's where we find our Hallie Turner. She's live along the river with details about more plans for that area. Hallie?
Yeah, Mayor, the North Augusta riverfront is expanding, so if you are out here and trying to exercise, they are actually bringing a new dock and an overlook out here. So now if you're out here running in Hammond's Ferry, you can no longer get out here at all. They've got it completely blocked off with just in a couple of hours. They've actually moved us. So down here by Crown Plaza, it's blocked off. And you can still come over here and enjoy Southbound's barbecue, go inside, sit on their porch, but you cannot walk at all whatsoever with all of these changes coming up because it has been blocked off for the new construction. Now, the construction on the boat dock and the overlook just started, and the silver fencing, big chunks of red dirt, a row of black tarp, and this blue bin were the only signs of work on the riverfront up until this afternoon around 3:50. And now they're blocking off the entire amphitheater, like I said before. It's a project totaling more than $900,000, and the American Rescue Plan will fund that a portion of it, while more than $300,000 of it will come from the Aiken County watercraft tax. This area sees a ton of people on a daily basis. Many families were out riding their bikes and enjoying the area today, but city leaders say these new additions will give the surrounding restaurants a little more space for those who want to come and hang out, and those in the community say they're actually super excited about it.
We were just here the other day and he was free, and then all of a sudden I'd see a fence there. And that's why we came down here to see if there's a sign of what is going on, and you told us it could be a boat dock, which I think is great. That's even better, and I would like to see even more restaurants and more stuff here to do.
Now, again, if your New Year's resolution is to get out here and exercise, that still is no excuse, because you can still come and enjoy the Greenway this way. Let's pan a little bit. You can come all the way out here to the side of the Crown Plaza, but you cannot get in right here. So the best thing for you to do is know that there are more changes coming in the next several weeks.
Exciting for a lot of people. You took the excuse right out of my mouth, Hallie. I'm going to have to come up with something else now. All right, thanks so much. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office arrested a man in connection to the death of a 3-year-old. It happened in a traffic accident on New Year's Day on the Bobby Jones. Officials charged this man, Joseph Wiggins, from Augusta with homicide and driving under the influence. He was also charged with child endangerment and some other charges as well. They responded to the scene last night where they say he hit the back of a tow truck. A passenger in the front seat was also seriously injured. The trial against Atlanta rapper Jeffrey Williams, also known as Young Thug, and more than 24 other people affiliated with his record label resumed today. There is Shannon Stillwell, charged with murder along with RICO and gang charges. Jeffrey Williams appeared in court today as well. The first witness called to the stand today was a former security officer at an Atlanta mall. Prosecutors questioned him about a 2015 case where Williams and another man were on hoverboards. They supposedly threatened the officer's supervisor that they would shoot him in the face if he approached them. Then the defense cross-examined the officer. Take a listen.
And the people on the hoverboard made it known, and they did leave the mall. Fair to say?
Yes.
And then they went peacefully to their car.
Yes.
The guard also testified he had a stroke recently, so he said he was not able to recall everything from that day. More help is now available for people in Georgia struggling to make ends meet this winter. Applications for heating help from the state are now open for everyone. Reporter Abby Kasoris found out this program is keeping Georgians from making potentially dangerous decisions.
Applications are now open to homeowners and renters who qualify. Nearly $135 million in federal funds now available for Georgia families who can't afford to heat their homes during the cold winter months. The Fulton Atlanta Community Action Agency is one of more than a dozen locations in the state processing applications.
Good afternoon, Fulton Atlanta Community Action. This is Ms. Misty. How may I help you?
More than 2,000 callers an hour after opening their doors.
I really need it, and this would help me a long way throughout the winter.
Patricia Smith says this is her fourth year applying. Depending on income, applicants can save up to $500 each month from December to March. For a household of one to qualify, the income threshold is under $30,000. And for a household of five, it's under $70,000. CEO Howard Grant says the face of need is changing.
It's spanning all aspects of our society, our elderly, young people, folks that used to be middle class. The economy is really taking a hit.
Grant points to this pile of application, tens of thousands of people in Fulton County alone. The U.S. Census found that between 2021 and 2022, inflation is up 7.8%. It's the largest cost of living increase in more than 4 decades.
Everything is going up, and the prices are high. With the assistance, it really helps.
The LIHEAP funds are available on a first-come, first-served basis. That program ends at the end of March. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Kasoris.
Over in South Carolina, 2 twins are rocking across the country, 10 to 20 miles in each state they visit to raise money for their nonprofit benefiting foster kids. It's called Foster Kids Matter. So far, the Woods twins have visited more than 20 states. At one point, get this, walking from Sumter, South Carolina, all the way to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They returned home to friends at a YMCA in Sumter and spoke about what they are hoping to achieve.
Just want to continue to push hope, continue to encourage kids all over the world, and let people know that foster kids matter. Yeah, we just want to let everybody know that we're going to continue to do what we said we're going to do and continue to be a voice for kids all around the world that's voiceless.
They returned and made it back, and they had that party on New Year's Day. A good day to celebrate. A touching float to honor organ donors was at the Tournament of Roses parade. The celebrity and the reason behind it. Next, Riley.
Well, we do have a cold night on tap, getting down into the 20s by early tomorrow morning, and then possibly a few showers late into the day Wednesday. Have a look at the forecast just after break.
Time. So call Southern Swag today, 706-294-0244.
Hey, Chip, what's the matter?
Man, this is name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that. What about this?
Are-you64.com.
It's starting tomorrow. Just a few showers out there. Dry weather Thursday, Friday, and then another heavy rainmaker for the first half of the weekend.
All right, thank you, Riley. At this year's Tournament of Roses parade, a special float honored special organ donors and recipients. Danya Backus introduces us to a hip-hop artist who has benefited greatly and plans to give back in return.
Among the bands and floats at this year's Tournament of Roses parade was hip-hop artist Freeway. We still hustle till the sun come up.
The rapper was boosted to stardom in the early 2000s as a member of Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records. But at the parade, he was recognized for something other than his music.
When I was diagnosed with end-stage renal failure back in September 2015, instead of hiding what I was going through from the world, we immediately stood in front of it.
Mr. Hood when I'm traveling.
Freeway, whose real name is Leslie Pridgeon, received a life-saving kidney transplant in 2019 after spending 4 years on dialysis. In 2020, when his son Jihad died unexpectedly, the family made the decision to pay it forward.
That moment when they came to me in a hospital and asked me and my family, will we let him be an organ donor? It meant everything to me because I know what it felt like. I was on dialysis for 4 years, so I know what it feels like to wait for a life-sustaining kidney. So it was no question.
Jihad's donation saved 4 lives. He and other organ, eye, and tissue donors were honored on the One Legacy Donate Life float with a fluorograph.
The experience was breathtaking.
While his passion is still music, Freeway says advocacy is now his purpose. Monday, he rode on the float beside his son's image with other transplant recipients, honoring the donor who saved his life and uplifting the memory of his son who saved others. Danya Backus, CBS News, Pasadena, California.
A powerful reminder. The One Legacy float won the Judges Award for Dramatic Impact. Freeway has also started the Freedom Thinkers Academy to raise awareness in music, health, and education. We're back in a bit.
Automotive Group.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, what are you waiting for?
Call George Sink Injury Lawyers at all 9s now.
The sooner you call, the sooner they can help.
George Sink Injury Lawyers has the experience to help you get your money faster. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call all 9s.
This right here is...
If you've made some New Year's resolutions, you're going to need some help keeping them. According to a new study, only 46% of people manage to keep their resolutions at least 6 months into the new year. But help could be as close as your smartphone. Our Consumer Tech reporter Jamie Tucker has rounded up some apps to help break bad habits or maybe start some good ones.
What the Tech, sponsored by Augusta Preparatory Day School.
I was talking to a cashier at a convenience store, and I asked her, do you sell any cigarettes on January 1st? She said almost never, but by January 3rd, it's back to business as usual. Well, if you've resolved to stop smoking or drinking or maybe something else, these apps can help keep you on track.
The most popular ad to help stop smoking is Smoke Free Quit Smoking Now. A bot sends messages to motivate users, keeps a running tally of days quit and how much money you've saved. It's free for Android and iPhone. A subscription with more features is $7 a month. For kicking an alcohol habit, the app I Am Sober boasts over 130,000 ratings and 4.9 stars. It tracks days of sobriety, sends motivational messages, and connections to others who've resolved to cut down or cut out alcohol completely. For those struggling with a pornography addiction, the app Covenant Eyes is an accountability partner that will block porn on all of your devices. It also uses AI to monitor messages and blur photos that it determines may be explicit or suggestive. And if you choose, you can have the app send messages to an accountability partner who is using the app. Covenant Eyes and his companion app Victory work on iPhones and Android devices. And if improving mental health tops your 2024 goals, the app Stoic aims to help you sleep and live a happier life through journaling. Stoic offers a personalized daily planner and sends prompts throughout the day to inspire and motivate users to add to a journal. Stoic also blocks distracting apps and limits screen time.
Of course, using an app doesn't guarantee you're going to keep those New Year's resolutions, but it can help. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
According to a survey by the New York Times, 45% of adults will make at least 3 New Year's resolutions. The most common goals are to exercise, save money, and improve mental health. Good luck out there if you've got any of those or more. With the SEC out of the running for a national championship for, the first time since 2014, let's all just put our sorrows behind us. And move on to high school basketball season. As sports director Alyssa Lyon shows us, Richmond Academy is giving us every reason to look their way. Right, Alyssa?
Yeah, might as well move on now before we have Will Rio come back and talk all about Michigan. You know, let's just move past it. It's been a while since we've seen a Richmond Academy team like this. The Musketeers haven't made a state playoff appearance since 2018, 2019, and by this point in the season, they were 10-3 that year. This season, they're already 11-2. On paper, you could say this team is working off of experience. They have 6 seniors, 5 juniors, and 2 freshmen. They went 10 games without being in the losing column, which really hasn't been done since 2009. That's a lot of time. When they went to the state semis, the hardest stretch for the Musketeers starts this week when they try to float their way through a choppy regional schedule. It all begins with Morgan County this Friday night. And speaking of basketball, you won't have to go far to get all your Atlanta Hawks coverage. Starting January 12th, the Hawks will be back on the CW when they take on the Pacers. 10 games are slated to appear on our sister station. It's all part of the partnership with our parent company, Gray Television. So you may see Trae Young drop another 40 points.
Back to Bruno. Visit the all-new...
Candy can fix it.
Whether you're a farmer, hunter, weekend warrior, or if your business has a fleet of trucks, North Augusta Customs is your authority on truck accessories and your exclusive dealer for spray-on bed liners and accessories by Linex. Located just across the river on the Aiken-Augusta Highway.
A set of twins born overnight New Year's Eve in southern New Jersey. They don't share the same birth date or even the same birth year. But here are mom and dad holding Ezekiel and Ezra. Older brother Ezra was born at 11:48 p.m. New Year's Eve. Slightly younger brother Ezekiel was born 12:28 a.m. New Year's Day. So one was born in 2023, the other 2024. The icing on the cake, Ezra shares his birthday with his dad, who was also born on New Year's Eve. But there's going to be some serious posturing between those twins forever.
Oh yeah, who's the older, who's the youngest? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a fun birthday to celebrate every year, though. That's going to be fun. Bring it in the new year, and they can celebrate before and after for that. Hey, the live look over Beach Island. We got a few clouds in the distance, but generally clear skies right now. Temperatures are cooling off quick. We actually just dropped down to 43 degrees already at Bushfield.
A set of twins born overnight New Year's Eve in southern New Jersey. They don't share the same birth date or even the same birth.
And accessories by Linex. Located just across the river on the Aiken-Augusta Highway.
A set of twins born overnight New Year's Eve in southern New Jersey. They don't share the same birth date or even the same birth year. But here are mom and dad holding Ezekiel and Ezra. Older brother Ezra was born at 11:48 p.m. New Year's Eve. Slightly younger brother Ezekiel was born 12:28 a.m. New Year's Day. So one was born in 2023, the other 2024. The icing on the cake, Ezra shares his birthday with his dad, who was also born on New Year's Eve. But there's going to be some serious posturing.
Just across the river on the Aiken-Augusta Highway.
A set of twins born overnight New Year's Eve in southern New Jersey. They don't share the same birth date or even the same birth year. But here are mom and dad holding Ezekiel and Ezra. Older brother Ezra was born at 11:48 p.m. New Year's Eve. Slightly younger brother Ezekiel was born 12:28 a.m. New Year's Day. So one was born in 2023, the other 2024. The icing on the cake, Ezra shares his birthday with his dad, who was also born on New Year's Eve.
Located just across the river on the Aiken-Augusta Highway.
A set of twins born overnight New Year's Eve in southern New Jersey. They don't share the same birth date or even the same birth year. But here are mom and dad holding Ezekiel and Ezra. Older brother Ezra was born at 11:48 p.m. New Year's Eve. Slightly younger brother Ezekiel was born 12:28 a.m. New Year's Day. So one was born in 2023, the other 2024. The icing on the cake, Ezra shares his birthday with his dad, who was also born on New Year's Eve. But there's going to be some serious posturing between those twins forever.
Oh yeah, who's the older, who's the youngest? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a fun birthday to celebrate every year, though. That's going to be fun. Bring it in the new year, and they can celebrate before and after for that. Hey, the live look over Beach Island. We got a few clouds in the distance, but generally clear skies right now. Temperatures are cooling off quick. We actually just dropped down to 43 degrees already at Bushfield. Most likely going to see these temperatures reach the 20s by early tomorrow morning. Remember, rain is going to push in late into the day Wednesday. Friday. We're back to dry weather, though, by Thursday.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for that, Riley. And thanks for joining us for News 12 Live at 5. News 12 at 6 o'clock with Laura Warren is coming right up, so don't go anywhere.
I'm here.